Okay, it's Larry Stein, Stein on Stuttering, here with Lois Cookie Green from Stuttering to Confidence. And she has another question. Go ahead, Cookie, my friend.
This is a good one, but I always like to start out by saying thank you for doing this Q&A because doing the Q&A is how we learn and how we can build our confidence and get good techniques. And we always want to go with somebody who who has stuttered the same as us, but who has overcome a good through some good techniques. But today, what I'd like to know is, as first of all, I hear that you got this good book that's coming out. I want to know the title, and I want to know what was the motivating factor that caused you to write this book. What do you want us to grab from that book?
Okay,
Like,
very good. All right, so the title is called Free to Speak. How I got to that was um, when I was finally able to say my name, and this was through a 2-year journey of improving my speech. And when I was finally able to say my name, I felt a freedom. I felt that um, I could finally be myself, not have to hide. I could, by that time, I could pretty much handle any kind of conversation, any kind of speaking environment. I was doing public speaking already, but that was still holding me back. And the moment I got through that last thing that was at the top of my goals, I felt that I didn't have to hide anymore. I can handle anything. And I still had some things I had to work through, but I felt a freedom. I felt free to speak. And that's why it's called Free to Speak, because I never felt that. And in fact, yesterday I was in Boston for a wedding, and it only hit me this later last night that usually if I was going to go to an event like that, I would hide behind my wife. She'd do all the talking. I would maybe toss in a comment here and there, very short and all that. And here I am with people I don't know. I hardly knew anyone. And I'm at a table where I don't know anyone at all.
right.
And I'm introducing myself to each person at the table before dinner. I'm talking with all these people, not only during the dinner, but then the next day at the brunch afterward. And I met 3 couples I had never met before, and we had this wonderful time together. And it hit me later. I go, what a change in life. The freedom that I feel now. I, I can't believe it. And it's been 10 years, but I still come away from conversations so thankful that I've had this experience. So what was the motivating factor? You know, I'll be honest with you. Number one is, I'm now 66. I'll be 67 in a couple of weeks. And my family is not a family of long livers. Uh, my dad died at 66, right where I am now. And I didn't want what I learned in this experience to die with me. I'm in great health,
Right.
I feel great, and all that. But I felt it was so important that I shared what I went through, which is very typical of people who stutter, and how I finally worked through it in my mid to late 50s. And so I just didn't want that to die with me. And so the book is coming out in 2 months. That's in mid-October. We're just in the final little, formatting stuff, that kind of thing. And that was really my big motivating factor, that
Right.
whatever I learned, I wanted to share. And that's why we do these videos. That's why I have that, you know, I have the Facebook site, the YouTube videos, the Instagram videos, and actually the Instagram videos are going not quite page to page, but they're going kind of chapter by chapter. So if you haven't watched them yet,
I have to check that one out.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're like 30 to 60 seconds, and it literally pretty much goes, you know, page to page. Well, it isn't page to page, but it's, you know, main thought to main thought. Let's put it that way. And it's fun to do those, and it's had a great response. So, and what I want people to get from it is that, you know, I was really beaten down. I mean, I had such a hard time with this. I was a pretty severe stutter. Uh, I couldn't read by myself. I couldn't talk by myself without heavily stuttering. And I said no to every opportunity. I compromised my career. I compromised my life in many ways, my social life. And but even though I did everything wrong as a person who stutters,
Right.
somehow in my mid 50s, I was able to mount one last attempt. Frankly, it was just about money. I'd opened my own business, and I hardly had any clients, and I wasn't, you know, getting out there, and I was networking and doing small talk, but it's a
Uh-huh.
different thing to be able to, you know, ask the big questions, ask for $1 million, you know, and
Yeah.
introduce yourself and be in rooms and, you know, talk to people who you don't know. I that took me like 2 years to work through. And I just want people to know that no matter what your speech is like, no matter what you've been through, there's always a way forward. There's no solution to to stuttering. There's no cure, but
Right.
there is a way forward, and for all of us, it'll be different. But in that book, I detail everything I can remember about what my way forward is, and I'm very open. I mean, there are no secrets there. It's all out there, and I hope that people, if nothing else, will be encouraged that no matter where they are in their life, they can at least take steps to get to where they want to be. I never thought that I would be able to talk
Okay.
like this. This was
Yes.
not even this was not even in my wildest dreams. I just wanted to be able to talk well enough to build my business. Really, I mean,
Right.
this is this freedom I feel is shocking, and it still is even after 10 years. So I just want people to know that, you know, there may not be a solution, but there's always a way forward, and that you may not think that you're ready to start trying to improve your speech if you really want to do that.
Right. Right.
But if you do, you may not think you're ready, and you probably aren't. I certainly wasn't. I was I never really worked hard enough to make a difference. I never I I didn't have the motivation maybe and all that.
Yeah.
Um, but once I began to make a little progress, you know, with my speech, just a little progress, I kind of caught fire, and I wanted
Yes.
more. And I just kept on going forward
Ah,
and up my ladder. And it was a lot of work. I've never worked so hard for anything in my life, but I'll tell you, it was worth it. And I feel what I can offer is helpful. It has been helpful to others.
right.
I mentor people all over the world, and that's been incredibly exciting. And I just hope I can have an impact on more people who stutter.
Yeah, it is going to be such a blessing because, first of all, um, for you to be able to walk somebody through being in the trenches and what you did to finally get to where that you feel confident in yourself, that's a blessing because even like you say, if you are ready, a person can purchase that book and sit in their quiet time and read and actually grasp what you went through and what you did. And that gives hope. That's when they can say, you know what? I might can do that. So you never know how many people you're going to be blessing with this awesome book because I am going to be purchasing one. But anyway, I just wanted to thank you for this conversation about the book until it actually is available. But just
All
thank you
right.
for sharing that.
Thank you, Cookie, and we'll keep having these conversations. Always a pleasure, my friend, and let's talk soon, okay?
Okay, you got it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.